Today we're going to talk about the unholy crusades, the Thousand-Year War. That's about over. So everybody knows about the so-called Holy Crusades, but everybody thought that it ended like 100 years, 200 years. Some even think it ended 400 years later. So that's still going on to this day. So let me back up to 1492 when Christopher Columbus came to so-called America. The Moors were ruling Italy and Spain, and a lot of people think that Europe, like, they just made a lot bigger on the map. That's actually adapted to Africa, so-called Africa. It's part of Africa. The Middle East is part of Africa. Europe is Africa. You know, it's all, it's just a little island, but they made Europe look way bigger because it's supposed to make them look stronger. But if you break down Africa, that's not even the name. The name before that was Ethiopia, which is now a country. But all the lands were one land, and you can call it Gaia or whatever you want to call it. And over time, they separated. A lot of continents fit together like a puzzle, most of them, because it all was one land. So if you call it Africa, this is Africa too. So was Australia. You know who the original was in Australia. So was South Africa. North America and South America are not two different continents. The definition of two different continents is they're separated. They're not separated. You can walk down the Panama Canal. They're guarding the Panama Canal, so you don't go, but it's not separate. We are one people. We're lost and confused. We don't even know we're home. We can't, because they told us. They taught us where we're from. They feed us. They tell us it's good. It's their doctors. It's their money. Not all of them are bad. It's duality, but it is what it is. But the bad ones are running. Okay, so let's get back to the Moors. The Moors, I wrote a couple notes to make sure I get everything. I wrote everything down plenty of times, but I just want to make sure I get everything. So the Moors fell in 1491 from Italy and Spain. Guess who was born over there? Christopher bitch-ass Columbus. Oh, 1451. And they don't tell you that because the truth about Christopher Columbus, he was a mulatto, a mixed Moor. They don't tell you that. Like Mr. Barack Obama. Okay, so the term Moor, like people think Moor is a specific type of so-called black people. No. Moor, the term Moor is the same way what it means with a boat, mooring, and birth, like you give birth, it's the same thing as a boat, but it's spelled B-E-R-T-H, birthing, birthing. Everything, all the laws are about fish out of water, every single law. If you understand that, you understand who you are, you understand you have water inside your body, you understand you came from the placenta, the womb, which is water. You are the mermaids, or the mermaids. That's not all you is, serpents. You know some cats, they hiss, and they got the serpent eyes. They the same. Man. But that's a whole nother story. Let me get back to these boys, I'm sorry. So, the Moors fell in 1491, and Christopher Columbus, bitch ass, brought him over here. Brought the Crusades to America. So then America fell. But we're supposed to be all one kingdom or empire. The Morocco Empire. This is Morocco, this land. In their books, they say Morocco is the the northwest of Africa. We the northwest of their maps, most of their maps, except for the ones that put the Middle East first. But it's another story. So the Moors fell in 1491. For a whole year, they were being prosecuted, eaten alive, tortured. Those are your real Saint Nicholas and all of them. Those are them. That's where they're from. Like, so when they fell, all their teachings and everything went to these crusaders that were walking around just across. But 1492, they come to America. Now this is where it gets crazy. They told them in the name of Jesus. But what was his name before they came to America? They can't tell you because it's not real. The letter J was created in 1524. Christopher Columbus came in 1492. The Order of Jesuits, which is the Templars, and well, we used to be the Templars, but not anymore. Um, we the Templars and then all the knights and all that. They decided to make a combine everything and be under one order, the Jesuits order. Jesus, Jesuits. I already told you about Jesus. Jesus, Thor, Zeus, all of them the same. But they decided to make the Jesuits on August 15th, 1534. Still before 1492. So what was their so-called God name before then? It wasn't Jesus because he didn't exist. And besides, if you want to break down Jesus, I'll break it down super fast. I already told you that everything's the opposite. So Jesus is Satan, but the real one is supposed to be Yahushua. Yah. They put a Y in everything. Everything has a Y instead of a J. Yahushua, but if you really want to go even further, you break it down. So Sar. You want to break it down even further, if you don't know who Sar is, it's Osiris. I'm not going to go in depth. You can figure that one out very quick. Alright, so they so now they're in America. They've been doing all this stuff, and we're trying to become one with them, but they conquered us, and we don't even know. They told us we're from somewhere else, and we believe them. They enslaved us right here. They took slaves from here to other places. That's why most people in Africa don't even know the story we're talking about until they learn it. Then they start talking. Then they start apologizing. We're sorry for slavery. Africa got hit with people messing with them too, but it wasn't us. That was like some of the Arabs and still some of the so-called white people. Now, like I said, it's duality. So some are trying to help us. They really are. So don't. I'm not trying to pass hate. It's not that. And even of our own people, we got people against us. Even right now, all them people in entertainment, the ones that know, which is the majority of them, they're against you. Why do you think LeBron James got talent? I'm not taking that away from him. Michael Jordan got talent. I'm not taking that away from him. But come on, Jay-Z, the richest so-called black people in America are all entertainers. Nothing else. Entertainers. Oprah Winfrey, Kanye West, Jay-Z. Come on, you can figure it out. They called it something chucking and chiving. That's what they called it. They had a name for it, but we can't see it no more. Everybody's doing something else. So let me wrap this up real quick. We talk about the holidays. They were called the holy days. They switched it. Thanksgiving, you already know they're celebrating us taking our land. We thought they came for peace, as in P-A-C-E. They came for a piece of the land, P-I-E-C-E. They didn't come the way we thought. Their peace sign is separating into two, like somebody yanking on both sides. All right, back to the holidays. So Thanksgiving, we celebrating them. They eating us too, right? But we celebrating them taking our land, and we willingly give it to them because we think we're for someone else. Christmas, you're the Christ. It's a title. They've been lying. It's not one. It's a whole bunch. Everybody's a Christ beings. Once you awaken, you a Christ being. And Christmas is the Christ massacre. You celebrate it. Everybody celebrate it. You want more proof? I already told you about the soul, S-O-L, S-O-U-L's, all soul, solstice, winter solstice. Everything dies in the cold, in the winter time. So why would you say that your so-called God, Jesus, is born on that day when you know damn well you'll be born in the springtime? What pregnant woman walked through the freezing cold? But that's a whole nother story. I already told you about the sun, and the soul. Yeah, but it is what it is. That's it.